With Marvel Legends headlining the comic-branded figures at retail, Marvel Select has been carving out its own legacy at specialty and comic shops. And what I'm going to take a look at is the hulking Spider-Man villain, the Rhino! Rhino comes packaged in the standard large Select carton bubble, with a nice full view of the figure housed inside. In the case of Marvel Select, the card wraps around the side, showcasing some terrific artwork. Simply Rhino's face, but it's a gorgeous piece, and I feel bad I'll have to cut this sucker open. The front of the wraparound gives us a large type font with his name, and a blurb saying he comes with a highly detailed base. Spoiler alert, he doesn't.
False advertising! I want my money back!
And beneath that, a sticker with comic art plastered on the bubble. On the reverse side, nothing new from a Select card back. A picture of the figure, smaller pictures of other figures you can pick up, and a tiny bio on the Rhino stating, Eliski Savage was just a low-level thug when he was offered enhanced strength, speed, stamina, and near indestructible Rhino armor, blah blah blah, you get the picture. Upon removal of the blister, you'll see more comic art spread out all through the card, featuring various pieces of Rhino over the years. First thing you'll notice about him, he's big! I could probably use him as a bludgeoning device! That's only to be expected from a character that towers over his enemies. From his feet to the tip of his large horn, he measures approximately 9 inches tall. Standing him next to an old Legend-style Spider-Man reveals that he's not quite in scale with those figures. But it'll have to do. Or maybe I need an updated Spidey. His sculpt. It is amazing? Sensational? Maybe spectacular? How about superior? You get what I'm saying. So much detail went into making this figure. His hide is covered in cracks and creases, folds and scuff marks to give him the look of a real Rhino, all highlighted by a stupendous dry brushing job. My favorites have to be the brown applied to the horns and toes. Unlike the dry brushing done to other Select figures, which can be very sloppy at times, he received just the right amount. And look at the grimace on his face. No, not that grimace. That's the perfect and only expression a Rhino figure should need. The face doesn't have any dry brushing, but the sculpt comes through fine enough, and I love how that plays off the dry brushing given to the body to make it stand out. In the package, and when I opened him, he looked kinda sparkly, like maybe he had been spending too much time at Studio 64. Upon taking him out, he was a little, well, greasy. He had some sort of film on him. After rubbing him down, a good deal of the sparkly tint had vanished along with the film. I'm guessing this was to add a sandy look to his hide? Maybe? So the articulation. Marvel Selects have been making headway on this, trying to keep up with other mass-marketed figures. But it varies from character to character. How does Rhino fare? He has a ball neck, but not good up and down movement, ball shoulders, bicep, alright, no bicep cut, elbows, swivel at the wrist, torso rocker, which flows really well between the upper and lower pieces, hips, which, can't do much, knees, which also don't do much, and good ratcheting ankle rockers. Yeah, so even though he has a decent amount of articulation points, many of them can't move well because he's so bulky. The head and torso rock well side to side, but up and down, good luck. But the biggest offender has to be those hips. You can't do much of anything with them. This means, you guessed it, posing options are going to be limited. Only plus side is he's thick enough to get him into a charging stance if you balance him properly. But this is about the only one you can pull off on each leg. You can get him into a few ready-to-fight poses, which will work just fine on your shelf next to other figures, though lack of posing is a huge letdown. Rhino comes with no accessories, but it's not like he even needs any. He's a character that depends on his brute strength and abilities than weapons. Though it would have been nice if he came with that base the package advertised. Complaints aside, the Rhino is still an awesome looking figure, and I'm glad to have him on my Spider-Man shelf. Big thanks to my friend Joe Nanny who picked this guy up for me. And now I can finally put away my old Spider-Man Classics Rhino. Yuck!